Greetings, dear brothers and sisters. There is this story of a circus presenter who is a tightrope bicycle rider. It is said that he was able to ride his bicycle on a tightrope from one end of the circus tent to the other end of the circus tent. When he did that, everybody clapped at him. Then he made it even more difficult for people to understand what he's doing. He actually blindfolded himself and he rode the bicycle again on the tightrope. Now, this time, everybody stood up and applauded at him. A standing ovation was given to him. Now, round 3, he said, now this time I'm going to ride the bicycle again. Yes, blindfolded. Yes, I'm going to ride it from one end to another. But I invite any one of you from the audience to come and sit at the back of my bicycle. I want to take you from one end to the other without falling. Now, when he invited, all those who gave a standing ovation just were silent. They sat down, and there was not a single person who volunteered to go up and sit at the back of the bicycle. Now, why is this so? They knew that this person can ride the bicycle from one end to the other without falling. They also knew that he was so good to the extent that he needn't even see. He can be blindfolded and yet ride the bicycle. But they did not trust him enough to go and sit behind the bicycle. Yes, dear brothers and sisters, this is what happens to us sometimes when we know who God is. We know what he can do for us in our life, and yet we do not trust him enough to let go of everything we have and surrender ourselves to him. In today's gospel, that is what is happening to the people of Israel, because they could not trust in this person, Jesus Christ. They had to question him. They knew that he may be the Son of God. They knew that he may be the Messiah, but they still could not accept him. They could not accept him because they did not want to commit their own lives to this man who has just come and who is doing so many miracles, even raising the dead to life. So, brothers and sisters, knowing Jesus is not just at the surface level of knowing his name. Knowing Jesus is not just calling him the Son of God, but knowing Jesus is to completely entrust ourselves to him. And completely entrusting ourselves to him is what we mean by keeping his words. Yes, only when we completely entrust ourselves to him will we be brave enough to keep every single word that he gives to us. That is what Jesus said. I tell you most solemnly, whoever keeps my word will never see death, because the one whom we are entrusting ourselves in does not have death. He is life itself. He died and he was able to rise back to life on the 3rd day. So, brothers and sisters, today's reading is asking us to go back and reflect. It's asking us to reflect on our personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Do we recognize him? It's not good enough to just recognize him. It is important for us to completely accept him for who he is. And accepting him for who he is means completely entrusting ourselves to him. Do we dare entrusting ourselves to him? All our thoughts, all our decisions, all our dreams, all our actions, and all that we do in this world to be guided by him and him alone. Because this God, whom we call as the Son of God, is our creator. Is not someone who just came to earth, died, and rose again, because he is the one who was even before we were all created. Because this Jesus Christ, he has told us solemnly, is before Abraham ever was, I am. Yes, Do we trust this I am, the Lord who created the whole universe? If he can create the whole universe, if he can do anything with just his words, how much more wonders he can do for us if only we entrusted ourselves into him. So let us today make this decision to accept this God and entrust ourselves completely into him. Thank you and God bless you.